So Nadia, can you tell us a bit about the songs on the album?
Yeah, they're a mixture of sort of songwritery. I don't even know if that's a word.
Oh, it's a word.
It's a word. It's a word now. And it's some of them are, songs about my feelings and songs about going home and being from a small town, coming to the city. And then it's kind of half and half. The other half is sort of where my music's heading towards now, a little bit cheekier, a little bit few vintage touches, a little bit theatrical, because I don't know, I think as I age, I'm not like I'm that old, but as I get a little bit older, I feel a bit more, I'm starting to feel more comfortable kind of coming back to what I feel are my roots, because I went to school for musical theater. That's what I wanted to do. I still want to do it. I just I think it's more important while you're young to do music, and then I can I'll go into the acting world maybe in my 30s or 40s. We'll see.
Right. I know that every artist has their own method of creating, whether it be writing and finding inspiration in the forest, whatever it is. They have their own particular process. What is yours?
I think it varies. I mean, sometimes things that seem to work beforehand don't work. I mean, some songs, some things that happen it's like magic, and you don't know why or how. It just does, and then afterwards you're like, oh yeah, I guess I wrote that, but you actually feel like it was just kind of given to you. I mean, that's the best feeling, because it's not work, it's like just pure awesome. And then some of them, it's you work away at ideas it can be like months. I can have something hanging around for just like little bits, little sentences or things you pick up, like things that kind of resonate with you, whether it's a little piece of a melody or something someone says, something you've been thinking about. I've sort of just started trying to, as an experiment, trying to write more scientifically, like being like a little more preoccupied with just all the separate segments of writing a song, not so much focusing on like, okay, what's inspirational in my life right now.
Yeah. And
that's been interesting. It's a totally different experience, but I think it's something it's worth learning and getting a bit better at. And I have one song on the album that was kind of written like that, the song Love Maker. I think it's the second track. And that one was written very, I was actually started writing it for a friend of mine who was starting a band. And I was like, oh, you should be called Karina and the Love Makers. And your first song should be called Love Maker. And I started writing the song as a joke. And then someone was like, wait a minute, that's kind of good. I like it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll roll with it and I'll keep it. And it turned into one of my favorite things. And it wasn't necessarily a song that I was like, oh, this is how I feel today. Or so yeah, it's kind of half and half right now. And it's both sides of it, I think, are pretty great. So
yeah, when I listened to that track, I was kind of taken away, because you have these nostalgic, beautiful ballads, and then you hit us with this kind of poppy 50s yet edgy song, Love Maker. I really enjoyed that song.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. If you like the contrast, that's good. There's a lot of people in the music industry who I don't know, who knows who to listen to, but sometimes people think it's like if you're too versatile, it's like a bad thing. So I'm okay with it right now, though, and I'm mostly, in what I'm writing right now, I'm just concentrating on fun and having fun. So
I'm Elise Gervaise for Making Contact, and I'm here in the studio with Vancouver singer-songwriter Nadia von Hahn, who just launched her first album entitled Wait and See What Happens. So Nadia, we're going to go live now, and we're going to hear one of your songs. Just tell us a bit about what you're going to be singing.
Well, this song is called Before You Go. It's just a really simple little love song. It goes like this. Before you go, won't you hold me tight? I could stay up all night like this. Before you go, I have some things to say, but there is no better way than with a kiss. And I thought I would run away but I guess love got in the way. Do 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 do. Before you go, don't let me out of your sight, 'cause you are everything that I might miss. Before you go, I won't put up a fight, 'cause I just don't think it would be right to resist. And I thought I would run away. Well, you were never gonna stay. I thought I'd resist. I thought I'd resist. I thought I'd resist, but I guess love got in the way. In the way. Oh, 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 oh. Before you go, 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 before you go.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was Nadia von Hahn with her song. So Nadia, right now, which artists are grabbing your attention? Like, what CDs are you listening to?
Oh, that's a good question. What do I love right now? I love the Black Keys, and I mean that's very different from what I do, but I love it. And if I could start a band, it would be, well, apart from my own band, it would be like that. And I also really love this artist called. Have you heard of Carol Emerald?
Yeah, slightly.
She's
not completely, but slightly.
Yeah, a little bit. I just kind of found her on YouTube, which is a wonderful device for finding new music. Yeah, I know she has this amazing band. She writes like these very classy, cheeky, elegant, kind of vintage big band songs. Yeah, I love what she does, and the people she works with does a great job. So yeah, Carol Emerald. She's great.
Do you think it is more difficult for a woman to pierce through the music industry, being an independent artist and all?
I don't know. I mean, I've never been a man, so I don't know. But I think there are challenges, and I mean, essentially, it's still the music industry is there's just a lot more guys around who are in power positions as well, and there's a lot less female artists. So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like that. I mean, sometimes maybe there's certain things that can be helpful as a female artist. But yeah, overall, I mean, I think we face kind of different challenges, and it's a little bit of a different world, and it's maybe takes a little more time to be taken seriously as a musician.
So I know that you have an incredible acting background. Do you incorporate that into your live performances?
I feel like I'm starting to. I mean, when I first got to Vancouver and was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I was like, okay, I'll just concentrate on music. I don't really know where I fit into the scene here. It's a bit different than what I'm going for, but after this release, I've kind of realized, and after going on tour and having a chance to perform every night for the last month and a half or so, I realized that I don't really want to shy away from who I feel I really am and really want to be on stage. So yeah, I want to incorporate more of my background and performance background into it. And I guess I've been nervous about I guess coming off as like fake. Or just putting on a whatever, because I like to dress up. I like wearing heels. I want it to be theatrical. I want it to be a show, and I finally started to feel more comfortable actually doing what I want to do here in Vancouver, regardless of whether or not it fits in or not. I don't know, but if it doesn't, I'll figure it out and I'll make it fit. So,
and I guess that would tie into your attraction with burlesque and that whole scene.
Yeah, as of, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, I have a good friend who she's a dancer, and she started doing burlesque, and the scene here, I mean, it's huge. I mean, if you don't know about it, you don't know about it, and you don't actually know how huge it is, but I started going to these shows, and the scene there, I can relate to the artists, and they're confident, and they're just out there and so creative, so I kind of want to get more involved in that.
So what do you see happening in your future as a singer-songwriter? Like, what avenue do you want to explore next? What's next for Nadia?
I want to record a few more music videos this year, and then I'm going to be showcasing at Canadian Music Week in March and doing some more touring. In the springtime, I want to work on my live performance right now and writing more songs that are more theatrical and more, just a little more out there, and a little more give something people that can really remember. So I'm hoping to incorporate that with a little bit of the burlesque scene and put on a few fundraisers with some of those girls.
Well, thank you very much, Nadia, for being on Making Contact.
Thank you for having me.
My guest today was singer-songwriter and performer Nadia von Hahn. She spoke about the launch of her first album, Wait and See What Happens. She discussed the process of making an album, her inspirations, her experience as an independent artist in Vancouver. She also touched on the notion of incorporating burlesque into her future performances. So to find out more about this diverse, eccentric, and incredibly talented artist, you can visit her MySpace page at myspace.com/Nadia von Hahn, NadiaVonHahn. You can also purchase her songs on iTunes. And if you want to catch Nadia von Hahn live next, her performance will be at Trees Organic Cafe December 16th, along with other local Vancouver artists. So don't miss it. For Making Contact, I'm Elise Gervaise.